What the heck? Scott, is that you?
Okay.
Sir, man, this your overlay as well. I know you will. What's up, dog? How are you? How's your day? How's your day?
How was your day then?
Yeah, it's good.
And you're asking about my day, but I've only just woke up, so I can't really tell you about how my day is being because I haven't really experienced it yet.
Wait, so you don't have college today?
Oh,
You said you just woke up, right? So I was just wondering.
oh yeah, it's like 4 p.m.
4 p.m. So you don't have college?
Nope,
No work?
a bit.
Are you still working or?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Scott? Are we gonna play some Apex or for Honor?
I don't have a phone now. Installed at least.
Are you having space, hard drive space, storage space related issues? I think you should buy you should get a SSD. It's not really that cheap. Look for the Kingston SSD one. It's
I
really
already
cheap.
have an SSD.
What's the capacity of it? What's the capacity of your SSD? 250 GB. Alright. There is another. I mean, you can add. You know, right? You can add another SSD. Also, just look for the Kingston SSD. The price is really low. I think the space of 250 GB. It comes for 3,000 Indian currency. I'm pretty sure it's much cheaper over there, since we have to spend a lot
Look
for the
free.
tax.
The Ethernet is important.
Just check the Amazon and tell me how much it costs for Kingston SSD 240 GB. Cause in India it's much cheaper now. I think there's an offer going on like minus 75% from the original MRP. So take a look and tell me. I think you know how much is 3,000 Indian currency, right? In pounds. Not even 3,000. It's more. It's 2,700. No, just convert 2,700 rupees into pounds and take a look at Amazon. Look for the Kingston SSD 240 GB. 27 pounds. You checked it, right? You should get the second SSD so you don't have to, so there won't be any performance related issues. You don't really have to put anything in the C drive just for the performance. C drive and D drive serves the same if they're on SSD. Because I'm planning to get the second SSD. You know what's the flexibility with the SSD? You can put that in your laptop as well. That's something I like in SSD. What the heck? I'm playing War Thunder right now and there is some announcement in the game. That looks like, that's not a Hitler voice. Sounds like voice of Stalin. He's saying something in the mic. Now I have to destroy that mic. There's one of my comrades who is in there.
really what I mean by over time is like the more you use them, the more they break.
Okay.
Meaning if
So
you
I think you know,
continuously
right,
use
Scott?
them, right?
I'm a data storage guy, which means I actually worked on hard drives and SSDs, all that. So with my experience, I can tell you, SSD is much better than anything out there.
You are right, yes, but like I suppose if you want to keep data for longer, then it'd be better to have an actual hard drive because although the data corrupts over time because you might make some, it would be better for storing data because like you can keep rewriting it and storing it, whereas with an SSD, if you delete something and you write over it, you're destroying all the files that you write over because you actually burn the data in the cells.
Well, you should be like conscious when you're deleting something.
Yes, you're right. Conscious.
Come on, man. Who deletes the data and then regrets? Come on. Okay, so hard drive, it's a spinning disk, right? So
Yeah.
just in case if something happens to the head, you know what is head, right? Or the disk,
Yeah,
or the
the
motor, or the
collaboration.
motor, the hard drive is literally unusable. I don't
Also,
think the manufacturer can, you know, make the motor work and he can fix that. I don't think so. Whenever I give something to the manufacturer, he will always give me a freshly wiped hard drive without any data. Come on, man.
I mean, also it's why platforms are important.
Uh huh. See, so most of the drive failures which I got when I was working as storage engineer are hot drives. You know how much it costs for a enterprise level storage drive? It costs about 300,000 Indian currency, which is fucking expensive. Imagine how much it costs for SSD. Costs three times or I think five times or six times expensive than that. Okay, so the thing is, hard drives we use some RAID functions for redundant, you know, just in case if
Oh,
something
yeah, yeah,
happens.
yeah.
We use
But
RAIDs
then you're right,
depending on the
inexpensive
requirement.
it is.
Yeah, depending on the requirement. So, being a
I
storage
mean,
guy, it's part of my responsibility to keep on, you know, like changing the drives if there is anything wrong.
yeah.
So I have to order. I actually, not in every case, I have to order for a new hard drive. There will be some old drives, you know, left in the warehouse. I can ask the engineer, find if there is any like unused one or used one or anything. Just put it. It will wipe automatically. So man, you
Um,
have any idea how many drives we have lost when I was working, and how many hard drives I have like extended the warranty and shit. You know, like yeah, I never actually changed the SSD drive. Most of the time, I worked only on hard drives. You know, if anything happens, if the whole thing gonna stop, right? I think you know that all the data gonna be lost. So like storage people are like responsible for that. So if they automate that shit or if they change that to SSD, they don't really need storage people, L1 storage people to manage that.
in SSD, it's lost, but in actual hard drives, you still have to magnetize the data on the disk. You probably do something to get rid of a lot worse.
So okay, so for infrastructure, hard drive is only option if they if they don't have a good budget. You know what I'm saying? If they have good budget, SSD is the best performance wise, and data security wise, SSD is the best. It's reliable.
Also,
It's reliable.
HDD got fucking cracked hard.
No, for SSD, no, there is no such thing as data fragment.
No,
No.
for SSD, I just said SSD. Huh?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure I said HDD. Well, anyway, for HDD, you have to defragment for SSD. I don't know.
Get SSD if you have money. Cause is there a sale, ongoing sale in your Britain Amazon? If there is a sale, get it cause you'll be saving some bandwidth. Also you'll be securing some files.
To be fair, from reading the command, yeah, it's exactly like a defragment. Well, not exactly like, but similar.
So whenever you download some shit from the torrents, I don't know if you guys use torrent, but I personally I use it because Netflix they're not updating their new season of any TV show, so I have to use the torrent because I am not waiting for next year to see the another
Man, you're
season.
expecting to use it correct.
I'm forced to use the torrent. That is what I'm trying to tell to the customer and Netflix executives. Are you guys are literally promoting the people to use the torrents because not every season has been updating. Even though the fourth season is out, they're not updating it.
I think
So
you
yeah,
should be using correct.
it's okay if you have no other option. Why not? You know, right? Once you get addicted to a certain TV show, you will be end up doing things you don't want to do. Like
I mean, I can't
especially,
stop correct.
see, I try to use a VPN to watch the TV show, which I end up using all my space as in for VPN. I think it will use uh, for every VPN there will every VPN account there will be space, right? The bandwidth. So I ended up using all the bandwidth. Yeah, and it's just one episode. There's still 10 more. So yeah, so I had to download it from the torrents and watch it. So if you download something from torrents, it will break. It will make it will fragment the data. For SSD, no, it won't happen. If you use hard drive for the torrents, then it will also fragment it.
But I mean, those are only really fragment you'll typically use files to it's like, then once you delete the and then you have to do like, say, let you get typically, it'll fill in all the spaces that so then when it's fantastic to have to leave those segments on the hard drive and then the different
So you had your food?
June.
You had your food?
Had my what, sorry?
So you had your food?
Yeah. Hi.
No,
You
no.
alright?
No.
You're sleeping during the daytime, right? So I was just wondering whether you had your lunch or not.
Well,
Because normal people, they don't sleep right away after eating food, right? So I'm just wondering. I don't think you're a guy who takes 1 hour or 30 minutes nap.
well, I mean, I ate breakfast.
You didn't had lunch, right?
No.
Exactly. That's why I asked you whether if you had food or not.
Well, I mean, I had breakfast, which is considered food.
You had breakfast.
Yeah.
At what time? Is that brunch or just breakfast?
Well, I mean, it's 4 p.m. and I had breakfast. Like,
You had it now?
Gee.
Oh no, that's not even a brunch then. More like br- I don't know how they pronounce it. Brinner, like dinner.
That's not even a word.
Yeah, I just made up. What about the brunch? Is that really a word?
People use it like,
They made it up, right? Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, brunch, Brinner. So what's up, man? You know this guy called
Oh.
Mianji. He's getting better in Apex Legends.
Hmm.
Seriously. So if you have to learn something, that will be like maintaining calmness even in the high pressure situations.
Maintaining what? Sorry.
Calmness. So I have noticed when it's the last fight, when I said something, when I was like constantly disturbing or saying something to you, diverting you, you're actually getting anger. That's something I have noticed in you, and I think you should fix that. You should work on it.
Well,
So it took me like 1 year, I think, to figure that out. It's like a breaking point. So when there is a one-on-one fight at the end, if I'm saying something which diverts you, you'll get pissed off, right?
of course it distracts me. I have ATP.
And you will get anger, which makes you to either leave the Discord or leave the team or play a different game. Yeah, but I think you should work on that. You should try to be calm as possible. Also, you know,
I mean, when
you
I'm
should
with
really
people,
understand that this is
yeah.
just a game and we play it only for fun. It's okay. Some people will own you in one game. You can own them in another game. There will be always an option in the game because it's not real life.
I mean, I guess it really depends. Like, the only games I've actually smoked
Which
is
game?
Counter Strike.
Counter Strike. I feel perfectly normal when I'm playing Counter Strike. I feel very
Oh
bad
no,
either in
I get
PUBG,
angry.
not even in PUBG actually. I think only in Rust.
Not like I can be.
Oh,
I can get a bit angry, but
you
mostly
got my
it's not
barrel.
like they're like screaming shit like, "Ah, you're such a noob." Other than that, I don't really get angry as much. I'd be like, "Oh, fuck." Like CS is the only game where I really get mad.
See, you can respawn in the CS, right? There is a such option. Also, you won't be losing anything.
I'm not a com. So I didn't get to that point where I was like almost one of the high strengths and legendary and so oh god, my teammates are cold. Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
Ah, no, someone stole my kill. Too bad. Yeah, he's waiting for me. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just how it seems to be.
This guy, he plays like a fisherman in War Thunder. Wow, he's just waiting. He's just standing there and waiting. I'm playing War Thunder. And I'm playing with American tanks. I think you should try this game. They have Britain tanks. Sadly, they're not gonna add the Indian tree. So not just American and Britain. There are Japanese, French, Italian, um, Russian, German. Oh, what's the reloading time? You should get this game because you're a Britain guy and there are a lot of Britain tanks in the Britain tree. I think you should buy. It's free game, okay? I think you should install this game in your dad's computer. This game doesn't really need too much of specification, PC requirement, hardware requirement, and it has a very high graphic. The graphics are like super optimized. Just install it and show your dad this game and see if he likes it. I never played a game for 2 hours, 2 years. I think I have like over 4,000 hours on this game. 4,000 hours. Believe it or not, I even played this game in my office computer. I installed only this game in my office computer. I love this game. You know what it did to these American tanks? So I mostly play with American tanks, and I have them like at least 40 or 50 tanks unlocked.
Oh no, you're not one of those gay bastards that likes the Americans and hates the British.
So you know what I
I
did?
already know you hate the British.
So you know what I did? I placed the Indian flag logo on the American tank. So even though it's a US product, I have my logo on it. I have my country logo on it, which makes me to feel like I'm playing with Indian tank. Yeah, love this game, man. Super optimized. You have to grind a lot for unlocking tanks, but I would say it's worth it. No toxic players in this game. Well, the only toxic players are your own teammates, but it depends.
Let me guess, your own teammates.
You can ram them. You can ram innocent people for fun.
Wow, you're an asshole.
Yeah, I done that. You know what I would do? If I find a small anti-tank, the smallest tanks. They're not literally tanks, they're like self-propelled weapon, something. So if I have a medium tank, I would ram them against the wall.
Nice, thank you.
I would try my best to flip the tank. Just in case if they're trying to cross a small bridge, I will ram them from behind in such a way. I would ledge them into the water when they're crossing the bridge. It's kind of fun, but I always ended up getting reported. Still, I don't think those reports will be taken seriously. I never got banned for that. I got like short banned for 15 days for being abusive in the chat. So one time what happened is a Russian tank ran me when I'm playing with US tank. You know what I said? Watch where you're going, you stupid Russian C-word.
It was minus 91.
And then I got instantly short banned for 2 weeks. Alright.
One bullet. He needed one bullet to connect with the enemy.
Which game you playing?
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. Do you think there are still hackers in the Prime Counter-Strike? 38 rockets for this plane? Wow. Is there someone on my tail? Yep, of course. There's someone on my tail. Die, you piece of shit. Alright, plane, where the heck are you? Oh, you crashed. By the way, Scott, you know what type of tanks available, right, in this current generation? Light tank, heavy, medium, um, tank destroyers, anti-aircraft. Okay, so you know about me, right? You know, you've been playing with me over a year now. So tell me, which tank I would prefer to use out of all this?
I don't fucking know what thing can be.
Anti-aircraft, obviously. You know why? I can stay away from the battlefield. That's why. Ah, come on, come on.
Man, this man's fucking autistic.
How you know about his mental health?
Say it again.
Ah, no,
You dumb piece of shit.
no. It's okay.
It really is a mission.
Kura.
Well,
What does it mean?
Alright. Ooh, suck a penis, you dumb piece of shit. Bro, I hate you. Bro. I really think a bot would help me more than this guy.
What's going on?
How the fuck?
Do you think there are still
Last guy
hackers
man
playing
said
in
yeah.
Prime matchmaking? Cause I was told,
I don't.
uh-huh, there won't be any hackers in the Prime matchmaking.
Of course, there'll be hackers in Prime. There's hackers in everything.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing it.
There is most certainly hackers in War Thunder.
Mm. Scott, I think you should focus on one game at a time. As in, you should focus on Apex. You know, when you have like more than 30 hours, you should play other game. Make sure you need at least like 30 hours on every game for you to master. I've noticed you're not giving, like putting much effort or much time on a single game, which end up, like it's because of that you're not getting better in any game.
I'm not getting better in any game.
Yeah, you're not perfect. If you wanna be perfect, you have to put up like lot of hours, like a lot of hours. Some people they get better if they have like more hundreds of game hours. So I have noticed you're not playing Apex alone. Oh my god, I love this tank. So what is my favorite tank in German? Tiger. Tiger, yeah. Tiger tank. Actually, I will give you my credentials of War Thunder. Just log in and use my tanks to play. Cause it will take like 2 years for you to unlock these tanks. Use my account just to see what type of tank there are. I don't really play much of much with Britain tanks, but I have Russian, German and US tanks unlocked, like high ends.
A lot of faith,
Sorry?
you sure got a lot of faith, but
Yeah, I trust you, man.
what the fuck?
I trust you.
Hey man, why the fuck can I put something in the file in the box?
I think he may buy the gun if he's shooting. I don't think people like to donate shit. Maybe not. Just not everyone. Wow, I love this gun.
Also, would be absolutely not stop stealing everyone. I mean, I wouldn't even like nowadays.
I trust you, man.
I don't really know the options for that. I'm just saying, probably not a good idea for me.
I know you from 1 year, right? So I know who I can trust. Tag it to Rich. Fall back, fall back. Yes, do the push. Yeah, of course, camper boards. Glad they made this game as
What do you mean? What do you mean it's still in pieces but you fixed it? How can something be in pieces and you fixed it? What the fuck? It's hardly fixing something but it's still in fucking pieces.
I'm literally warning people with this kind of gun. I see this guy. What's the reload time of Jack Panther? At least transmission is gone. Now you can move, dog. Something from behind. Nothing happened. Oh no, he got me. No, my kill streak. It's okay, I have Tiger E.
So do you like the puns?
Yeah. I love Tiger tanks, man. Their engine is so soft, graphics, tank tracks, barrel, everything. You should try this game. You'll love it. It's 14 GB, I think. There are like a lot of. Wait, I have American planes as well. I don't have British planes, but I have American. I have a helicopter. No ships. Yeah. I never played with ships. Oh no, my plane is gone. Thanks for lack of help. Wow, someone in the chat. Say someone in the chat. Alright,
All
boys.
the Polish fucking recall. Whenever they fucking build fucking houses, fucking CSGO. Oh, you don't know anything about Polish stereotypes, so that's normally tourist culture. You know, kind of like how we go offensive one. But anyway, I'll play.
Crash. There. Yeah, sorry, sir. I didn't get you.
I'm just gonna think about although we know all that like how Polish people are known for building.
What kind of buildings? Defensive buildings or just regular, normal construction? With M56, come on. Come on, guys. Kill that bugger.
You say bugger?
Yeah, his tank is M56, which is moving artillery. Moving artillery. I'm going after this guy. Wait, he died. M56. Yeah, he died. You know, M56 is like open. It's like moving artillery, which means it's kind of open from the above. So even with fighter plane bullets, you can destroy the tank. I mean, you can destroy the. Please tell me I got the tracks. I think I got the tracks. Explode, explode, explode. Ah. Coming for you. Maybe it's one thing. By the way, bro, we didn't have a tendency of trusting people. We trust people very easily. Ouch.
Yeah, but that's like...
We know. We actually smart enough to, to figure out who is a good guy and who is a bad guy, and who is fraud and who is not. We're actually good in that.
Yeah, but still, some people can deceive you and then rob you blind.
Triarchus will deceive me. I am 100% sure. If I give him something, he will change the password and he will say, he will flick the middle finger. Yeah, he will do that. He will do that. I'm 100% sure. That's why I don't really like him. Only you like him. I don't know why. He does shit like that. Zoro believes me. You know, Derny, he believes me. They already gave their passwords to me. Passwords of Overwatch and another game. Even Derny offered me to buy me something, but I was like, no, I don't want it. He wants me to grind with him. those stupid ass games. I'm not doing that.
What kind of games?
Yeah, like
Games for like.
Dota or World of Warcraft. Those games. No, I'm not playing at World of Warcraft. I'm not that type of guy. Actually, I'm not a guy who plays such type of games.
What, you don't like MMO games?
No, I
To be
only play
fair,
realistic
I
games.
I would have actually thought that you would have liked MMO games just from the kind of playstyle that you like. It's kind of strange that you don't.
Yeah, but for some reason I prefer the games which are like realistic. Like War Thunder is super realistic because it's war related. Tanks, smoke grenades,
You know what?
all that.
Fine, I'll download War Thunder. Let's
GG.
see this then.
Yeah. See, so when people start War Thunder, they will get Tier 1 tanks, which looks like chicken shit.
It's already been in my library. Eh? What? Oh, you know, it doesn't matter. So you can be planes tank.
Yeah, but you'll start with level 1. So you have
I'm
to
both by
research,
the
you have to
sound of
play
it.
with the tanks to research the other tanks. If you want to play for fun, I can give you my ID, you can play with that. Cause I won't be playing this game regularly, so you can play it. But if you wanna grind and do that, then yeah, you can play on your own. But for trying and getting used to this game, I would highly recommend to play with my ID. Cause all tanks, all modifications, everything was installed. So
Ah, you
tank
might.
performance will be like highest. It will work. Also the crew levels are like above 50. There will be crew levels. I think they're up to 200 something. So my crews are like above 60. You love this game. Actually, your dad he will love this game, cause it's not so fast. You know how tanks move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? There's a lot of negative.
Hmm?
On the 2nd of the 11th, 2019, Gaijin switched from using real physics gun penetration test
Exactly.
data to
Exactly.
a series of formulas that
You
failed
know,
to
if you
take into
angle your
account
tank,
several.
you can deflect the incoming tank shells. You just have to angle it in proper way. But not every tank can angle. You know, deflect the bullets. Only certain type of Sherman tank and more high-end tanks. Only they can deflect. Most of the tanks will end up taking penetration. Also, it's all about your crew and ammo rack. So if a bullet either damage your, I mean, kill your crew or hit the ammo rack, the tank is like gone. So
You said
even
yes to the first of this comment, but to be fair, this comment was like a negative comment, and it was saying that they changed it from actual real physics gun test penetration to a formula that didn't account for actual penetration, which pretty much screwed everyone over because like the guns weren't working properly.
let me check. Yeah. Also, this game doesn't need SSD. You can put this way in whichever hard drive you want.
When I thought I was out, they pulled me right back in. First off, this is a great game and I highly recommend it. I wouldn't have put 1,230
No, no,
hours
nothing like that.
straight.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. I don't really feel that since I'm playing. Also, when the round flies above you, it will make a really good sound. You didn't watch the movie called Fury, right? I think you should watch that movie first before you play this game. Then you'll know some basics. Because of that movie, I started this game. You know, most of the games which I play are started after watching a certain type of movies. So this is how I play. Like choose a game to play. If I watch, so I watched Gladiator, then I played Age of Empires. Then I watched Troy movie. Then I think I got the Age of Empires 3. I think after that Rome. I watched something Rome related, and then I got Total War Rome 2, and after Rise, Son of Rome, and all that. And this game, I downloaded it when I watched after watching the movie called Fury, Broad Pit movie. That's the reason why I chose US trade. That's the reason why I focused mostly on American tanks. That's the reason. Cause literally fell in love with the Sherman tank.
Wait, hold on. The game is designed. But before you download, you must know a few things. The game is designed to suck you in, not as bad as gambling or anything, but it sucks you in with short research times and low prices in tier 1 and tier 2. But then they ramp it up dramatically once you get to late tier 3/tier 4. Those
So
supersonic planes you see advertised, those take a long time to earn. Right?
so I have a friend who actually spent like 3,000 USD on buying all the tanks. So so he used to make a Discord screen sharing, call to me, and he used to show me all the tanks which he bought using the real money. I was like, fuck you, man. Why you have to spend put in the
3,000.
real money? He bought all the premium tanks. I don't think I have a premium tank. No, I don't. So mostly I spend money on this game just to get the premium account for like a week or 20 days or something. So if I play that for those, I mean for those days there will be a booster. That way you can like get tanks faster, but it's not really that necessary unless you're focusing on researching some high tier tanks. Regular tanks you can research it just by playing better, and also there will be boosters. You will get boosters every day. You just have to kill more and win. It's which is really easy, especially for a skilled player like you.
Lol.
So you have to destroy three tanks. Then you'll get an option to use a, to get. You'll get a bomber. Okay. You'll get an option either to choose fighter plane or bomber plane. So within the battlefield, you can use the bomber plane to destroy any tank. You can destroy light tanks with the fighter plane, but not heavy tank with the fighter plane. Before playing this game, you should understand the bullet penetration, bullet explosion. So some people they use only AP rounds, but you know which is powerful? Armor piercing ballistic capsule is a powerful round, cause it goes inside the tank and then it goes boom. So armor
Yeah.
piercing rounds will just go inside and kill one crew who will come to the way of the bullet. The ballistic capsule it will literally goes inside the tank and boom explodes. It has a delay of 1 second I think, maybe half second. That's pretty much enough for the penetration. It depends on the tank actually, the type of ammunition. So I mostly carry like two to three, mostly three ammo types. So if there is a light tank as in there will be there are some tanks where there will be trucks or half tracks where the crew is exposed, who is exposed outside without any having any proper armor. For that type of vehicles, you don't really use AP rounds or APC-BC. You just need either high explosion or just your guns mounted above your tank. I enjoy every second killing those crew members. Cause they literally can't do anything. Cause I
Hang
have a
on, I'm
tank and
reading
they
this
have
off.
a truck.
It's pin number 1234.
That's not really a good pin number 1234. So bad. Your dad should consider changing it.
Yes, indeed it is.
Who puts one two
But
three
it's
four?
not. It's not for my dad's. Though. It's just somebody else's laptop that he's repairing. To be fair, I don't know whose it is. I think it's my granddad's. Okay, cool.
1234 is yeah. So how long will it take for you to download it?
What?
War Thunder.
Um. Oh. I don't know.
Are you downloading it right now?
Yeah.
Is it still allocating space to the drive? రైలు గన్నులు ఎప్పటికీ ఉంటాయి. ట్యాంకులు బలహీనంగా ఉన్నాయి, రైలు గన్నులు ఎప్పటికీ ఉంటాయి. లాల్. Tanks are so weak. Train guns will stay forever. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know,
I
it's
said
easy to destroy
railgun,
tracks
but
rather than destroying a railgun. What is railgun?
it seems like the language doesn't have a word for it. It's like a gun that uses high electromagnetics to propel around a lot faster than what we can currently achieve down something.
You know, when you said train gun, I thought it was something which Ottoman Empire used against a different country. You know, the train which has anti-aircraft gun, anti-tank gun, machine guns, everything mounted to it. So the train is literally a moving hell.
No, if I had to describe it, it's like this. It uses magnets to push around through a barrel and makes it go faster than what a gun can shoot.
Actually, I never saw the railgun. Actually, I never even heard of this. Which country owns this technology? It says 2005.
Uh, China, America, and I think we might have a railgun, but I'm not sure. Maybe.
But where did they put this armament? To the plane or to the tank?
And
I never even heard of this technology. You know, right? They still use the .50 cal Browning M2.
Who? What?
Yes. So they started
Browning,
putting that
that's
.50 cal machine gun from Sherman to latest Abrams. They still have that M2 Browning .50 cal.
And the Sherman, you're talking about the really old fucking thing.
Yeah,
Onto the
exactly,
Abrams.
exactly. Yeah. Just go to my research tree and once you log in, just see, click on M1 Abrams. You can actually test drive the M1 Abrams. So even it has a .50 cal gun on the top. By the way, you can test drive the tanks before you go in and play. That's something I like. So in the test drive, you will see the targets. Actually, I love the sound of M1 Abrams. It sounds really cool. Cause it has turbine engine.
It looks a bit different. The Taurus.
I love it. I love the way it sounds, man. I love to watch the tracks moving. Wow.
To be fair, the Abrams is like the coolest tank, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not really that easy to unlock this. I have to put in the real money to unlock it. By the way, you know something? There is a reason why they reduce the speed of reverse speed of the tanks. You know, like most of the tanks, they go over 60 speed, but reverse speed they don't really go more than 10 or 20. It's because they don't want their tankmen to retreat. You know, the only retreat the tankerman can do is go backwards only. You know that? Because they have to maintain the proper angle from incoming tank cannon. They can't actually show their back because it's easy to destroy a tank from backwards, from behind.
Well, I mean, it's actually best to like angle your tank on a slight diagonal away from them, because that way when the bullet hits the side of the tank, it'll ricochet off instead of penetrating. So that's why it's best to like tank like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only frontal armor. Actually, every like it's not really like hard. Oh my god, why these guys keep calling me? So it's not like tank front is impenetrable. It always depends upon the angling. So if you say tank, you should angle your tank in such a way the bullet can deflect. The bullet, the incoming shell will deflect. You should angle it. It's always about the angle. It doesn't matter how much armor you have. There are shells which can penetrate into it. By the way, you know what some assholes would do? Assholes like me in this game? When they play with low tier tanks, they will take the anti-aircraft gun and they will bring that to the fight.
Why?
It's because light tanks can be easily destroyed by the anti-aircraft guns, 20 millimeter. You know
And they
the
probably store faster as well.
yeah, they have very good rate of fire. Also, reloading speed is like less than 2 seconds. So 80 rounds spray and then 2 seconds wait. I think 3 seconds wait and then again 80 rounds spray. 20 millimeter bullets going through your tank. At least one of them will hit your gunner, right? If a gunner, loader, anyone dies, there will be a delay of at least 15 seconds for the crew to replace. So driver or commander, he has to get rid of the body inside and he has to sit and then he has to fire. You won't be able to see the animation, but you can hear. Someone will say, the loader is gone, something like that. Commander gone unconscious, something like that. Just in case if something hits your engine, he'll say your engine is on fire, something like that. Actually, you'll love it if you play this game. So when he hits something, he'll say that's a hit. And it won't be as dumb as from the game called World of Tanks. Because I think I never tried that game, but I'm sure that game is crap. When it comes to the physics or in-game mechanics or anything, this game has a lot more potential than any other game. Cause my friend, he's from USA, he invested fucking $3,000. I think it's the first game which I invested.
$3,000 for a game where you have to buy.
He invested premium tanks.
Yeah, I know.
He worked his ass off just to buy more tanks. He's addicted, okay, so I think yeah, this is the first game where I actually spent my real money to get the premium account. So I can get tanks faster. You'll get the tanks, you don't really need the premium. But I wanna get it a little bit faster. Cause I'm kind of obsessed with the tanks when I was like 2 years ago. So I have a friend who plays this game very often. He told me this game is better than any other game cause you can actually relax while you're playing this game. Compared to other games, you have to think faster, act faster, right? But this game, you can think slowly, you can plan. This game is third person, so you can actually chill by looking at the tank.
There's some games where you can play fun, especially even if things go fast, you can play fun CSGO.
Yes, when you're moving, you will get shot in the back. But in this game, that's different, right? You can watch where you're going. It's TPP.
I'll be right back and grab myself a drink.
Yeah. You know, for some tanks there is a barrel stability, which means You can actually shoot at the enemy, shoot at a tank while the tank is moving, cause it has a barrel stabilizer. So Abrams has built-in, I think. For some tanks, you have to research it. Yeah, this has a barrel stabilizer.
Wow, how much memory does he have?
Huh?
Damn. Well, it's pretty low to be fair. Ah, yeah, RJ, how much memory do you have?
Which memory?
RAM.
Just 8 GB. See, 8 GB is pretty much enough for gaming. I
Well, I
don't
mean, you
know.
can't get higher than 8 GB, you can get 16, you can also get 32. It's like,
You can, but it's not really necessary, right? If you have noticed, my RAM usage never gone over 75%. Why I have to get a RAM if my usage is below 70? It's not necessary, right? My
I don't
GPU
know.
has 8 GB of RAM. Even the GPU usage never goes over 35%. So I
Well, it's like
actually
Apex
overspent on my
Legends.
GPU. But sometimes it uses like 100% of my CPU.
Oi, you wanna play Apex Legends?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.